My name is Mark Viggiano. I am the training coordinator for Local 123 Plumbers and Pipe Fitters. I've been involved in apprenticeship in some way, shape, or form for the past 11 years. The first 5 years of me being involved in apprenticeship was as an apprentice, and going through the apprenticeship program that I'm now the coordinator of as a plumber. Immediately after I graduated, I was asked to join as an instructor, so to kind of go on the other side of the fence of things. I've worked in that capacity for about 5 years, about 4 years, until being asked to work full-time in the apprenticeship program as a coordinator, but still with some instructor duties. We started getting involved in registered apprenticeships formally in November of 1983. And since then, we've kept on it, kept growing. When we initially started, I don't have the full numbers, but we were probably at around 20 apprentices, 15 to 20. Now we're right around 195, about to break that 200 mark. I'd say wraps are probably the most effective and one of the most ancient forms of continuing education. But it's an excellent form of transferring generational information from one generation to the next. A lot of the work that specifically Local 123 and Tampa Bay Pipe Trades does in this area is a lot of heavy commercial and heavy industrial work. So this is not work that you really that you want to have people doing who haven't gone through some kind of formalized education. We do a lot of work at the power plants in the area, a lot of work at the hospitals all around. So you definitely want to have someone with a high level of education doing that work, because if it's your loved one in that hospital bed, you really want to make sure that the person that installed those oxygen lines knows what they're doing. So I use this gentleman as an example a lot. He joined the program back in, would have been about 2017 or so. I had the pleasure of being able to work with him a little bit while he was a pre-apprentice, so a little bit before he actually started his formalized apprenticeship. And, seeing him grow and seeing his abilities kind of expand through the course of apprenticeship was just a really incredible thing. And when he graduated, which would have been, I want to say 2022, he actually won our state competition for plumbing. So he beat out 9 other locals, did really phenomenal, and came very close to winning regionals. And at this point right now, he's a foreman with a large commercial plumbing outfit that does quite a bit of large residential, so like residential tower work, and then a lot of hospital work as well. The hub has actually been excellent. So we've been a very long-lasting apprenticeship program. It's a great thing. The downside to that is we've got a lot of very old equipment, and equipment that needs to be re-updated, all that kind of good stuff. So the hub was able to assist us with purchasing a new automated bandsaw. And what that does is it helps streamline our welding shop to where we can have more apprentices in more booths, putting more hours behind the hood. So it will directly lead to an increase in the skill level of the apprentices that are in our program. Mm-hmm. The grant funding that they have allowed us to use, it has increased the quality of the education of the apprentices that we currently have. I would say to that employer who's looking into maybe starting their own wrap, to let them know that there's a lot of options. You can go about and start your own wrap, and there is a lot of benefits to that, where you can have a workforce that feels supported and educated. And I feel like the younger generation, especially, a big focus for them is, where am I going to feel valued? And it's not just about a paycheck. Obviously, money is incredibly important, but there needs to be a feeling of importance there and a feeling of purpose. And I feel like apprenticeship is a very good way, specifically registered apprenticeship, is a very good way to provide that purpose.